Oh, hi, my name's Marissa,
My name's Rachel.
and we are here today on behalf of John Paul Mitchell Systems and ManocoBlue, coming to you live from Lunch Salon. Today we wanted to just go over a few tips and tricks and easy styles to do behind the chair that you can also teach your clients to replicate at home. So if they have any Christmas parties or just a night out on the town, they can do it, or you can do it and have better behind the chair relationships. This is Kelsey, and I'm going to start with some flat iron curls with my Neuro Style. Heats up to 450 degrees in 30 seconds, has cushioned and beveled edge isothermic titanium plates, allows for an even heat pass for the hair. And so I'm going to start with some Neuro Protect. Has heat technology in it, and it protects the hair by 86% due to heat. And I'm going to do, the key for the flat iron curls is literally the sectioning. So we do diagonal back sectioning, pin our hair back, and just take about a little 1-inch subsection. Down and away from the face is going to be key. Put it on, churn once, and pull through. And then you have a nice little flat iron curl. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go through the rest of her hair. I've already done about half. So I'm going to go through and do a little flat iron curl. One quick pass with the isothermic titanium plates. And then when we get done, I'm going to show you a little how to transition it to an up style.
Perfect. So now I'm going to get started with my model Alicia. We are going to do 3 ponytails in the back and kind of create an up style with it. So I'm going to kind of turn her so you can see. So we're going to start by teasing the top. Oftentimes when people are teasing, I see people just kind of going at it. What would be a nice tip for you all is elevate it forward and just slowly rouge it down. That way you'll get the lift with not as much teasing, so it's easier to comb out. So kind of just taking, push her forward a little bit. Sorry, Kels. My first section, we're gonna grab a ponytail. I'm going to wrap it around twice. Ooh. So then here we are. Now how do we make it tighter? What's a cool trick is grab the bottom and just pull. When you pull from the sides, you're taking away some of the volume at the top, so we can smooth it out a bit, pick it up, make it so that you can't see any of the rouging. But more than anything, that tip to pull it down right here will be kind of something cool that you can utilize in the salon. The next step I'm going to do is take this ponytail, separate it in half, and tie it in a knot. So then you'll create this cute little bow almost. And we'll pin it up. So I'm going to turn her back a tiny bit so I can grab the pins. And we'll just pin it all the way around. And we'll create 3 sections just like this. And it will be almost like a mohawk updo, but also cute and chic that people can wear out on Christmas parties coming up. And super fast and easy that you can do or your clients can do. 3 knots all the way down. So I'm going to keep pinning it. And that was just 2 pins. It's already staying. It's secured by the ponytail underneath. And then you see these 2 tails. You can kind of tuck them under, play with them, use it to add volume. And it almost creates a pretzel-like shape that you can see in the hair. But it's fun. You can even use it for a half up, half down, just having that and curling the bottom pieces. gonna go ahead and tuck this tail away. And then I'm gonna grab the next section. Be aware of the pieces by your face. Sometimes we wanna leave some out. We can curl them, kind of frame the face really nice. And each ponytail will get a bit smaller, but that's more than okay. You can use it to get the volume. Use our teasing brush here. Smoothing it out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my ponytail in. All right, so the ponytail's in, locked away. So see how I pulled that there? It's if you just pull it on the bottom, keeps the volume here from pulling too tight. You can kind of pinch it out a bit if you want a little bit more volume. Make sure that's laying the way you want before you go and start the next section here. So I'm going to split it in half. And what's cool about this too is there's not much hot tools, no fuss. So it's kind of a fun updo before with less work for yourself. So you'll see that pretzel is starting to form. And then you can just set it up against her head, pull it out a bit, make it more volume, and we'll pin it in. So the way I like to pin it in is not stretching the pin because that makes it stretched out and doesn't stay as well. So just taking it with my 2 fingers and kind of sewing it in and making sure it's secure against her scalp. And then you can see the tails, and we can tuck them under and move on to our last piece. All right, so we're on our final section. This one's a bit smaller, but that's okay. As we're going down to our occipital bone, we don't need to keep the volume as much as it is, so it kind of slowly goes down. All right, splitting it in half, tying it in a knot. And you can see the formation of it, and you just place it up against her head and start pinning it in. Tuck those pieces up by your neck, make sure nothing's falling out. And you can kind of just play with it, seeing where you want everything. Just add a pin wherever you need it. It's kind of fun to have some of these tails out. Gives it movement, but you can kind of see it from the side. Play with it, pull it where you want it. There's a little bit of a hole here, so I'm just going to pin that piece back a bit. Utilize some of our marula spray. Super workable, flexible hairspray. But also you can make it stronger by adding layers. And then what I'm gonna do is turn our smoothing iron on. Heats up in 30 seconds. And I'm going to curl the pieces by her face. But before I do that, let me just show you the back. Spin her around. Super fast. Oh, see there's like a spot right there? No biggie, we can pin it right in. Pull some pieces out. Keep spinning her. And then I'm going to utilize the flat iron curl by her face. And so the whole time just doing a couple curls by her face to add some spice and life to the front. So that is my first look. Spin her around one more time so you can see it from the side. There you are, guys.
All right, so I utilized the Neuro style. It has a 1-inch plate, and I went and did my flat iron curls on Kelsey. I let them cool down, and then I'm going to use, one of my favorite things is to utilize the wide tooth comb and spray the Soft Style Shine Spray on it. This is an oldie but a really good one. Adds a lot of shine with silicones. So I sprayed on my comb and then go through and comb out the waves. And it gives it that really soft look while adding shine, but not too much because we sprayed the shine spray on the comb. That's one of my favorite techniques. If you want to add a little texture, we have the Invisible Wear Undone Texture Spray, and that gives it a really nice texture because the boho style is really in for weddings and Christmas parties and all that kind of good stuff. And then my next look, all I'm going to do is go in and use my teasing comb, give her a little bit of volume because who doesn't like that? Just kind of back comb a little bit right in her crown area. Comb it out. And then I'm going to take 2 little sections on either side. All I'm doing is going to twist them. And when I twist, I'm going to start pulling that twist out just a touch to give it a little ripple effect. Do the same thing on the other side. Now all we're doing is just twisting, and then we're letting it fall where it wants to, and then just pulling out the twist ever so slightly to give it a nice textured look. Then we're going to combine the 2 twists. Into a little pony. Let those sit. Flip it in just to give it an extra snug hold. And then I'm going to do it again a little bit closer to the face. And then I like to just use a bobby pin to just hold my twist while I work on the other side. And just kind of loosen them up. Pull out your twist. Kind of smooth all this out just a touch. And then just to give it a little flare back here, we're going to wrap it up. Just kind of twist, tuck and pin. And then we're going to go in with a little marula spray. Just kind of lay everything down. The marula spray fights frizz, gives you a long-lasting hold, but touchable and workable hold. And then that is just a quick and easy half up style, and she is ready to go and is really easy to replicate at home.
All right, so on to my next and final look for the day. So I left one ponytail in, kept the volume so we don't have to rouge her or tease her again. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push you forward again. So it's gonna be similar to the twisting look, but some kind of tips and tricks to it again. So I'm gonna take one big section from the side, separate it in half, and then you often see on videos of them just twisting and all of a sudden you pull it big. So something to make it a bit bigger but also giving you a hold. Separating in half, twisting one side, pushing it over. Twisting one side, pushing it over. And what this will do is just twist it up a bit more, allowing you to stretch it without all the pieces of her layers falling out. I'm gonna go all the way down. And then slowly pinching and pulling all the way down. Then you can see it kind of starting to create a really fun updo. Pull that end in. Can you give me Bisons? Thanks, friend. And pin that in. You can kind of start to tuck them even throughout here where you won't be able to see the pin, just to make sure that it holds. But again, something fast that you don't have to use heat on her. But creating a fun up style. So keeping those pieces down by her face again. Using my fingers to kind of smooth it. Putting it in two. And then starting to twist. So what I like to do is twist away from the face. And then just continue to go all the way down. Then you can start the pinching and pulling method and slowly get it bigger and bigger as we're stretching it out. We'll kind of place it where we want it and start to pin. Push that tail in. And we'll grab our next section. Stretch it a bit. I'm gonna grab some of our Orbit workable spray, or invisible wear, undone texture spray. So what I like about it is it's not a spray wax, not dry wash, but it's in between. So it doesn't give you as much texture where you feel like you're accidentally can put too much on too fast, but it gives you a tiny bit more than our dry wash. So just spray it on a bit, and then that'll make it so that we can stretch it out a little bit more. So moving on to our next section. You get creative, start twisting and turning the sections. Oh, it's coming out. So what I want to do is turn this around, start to pull it, giving you that volume. Pinning it in place. So we can keep on moving down. And start to see this one falling a tiny bit, so I just want to make sure it is really secure. And we'll do one right here. Pinching and pulling. And I want that piece to sit just so I'm going to kind of work a pin in there, and we'll twist this around. Oop, hold on. Sometimes they come apart. Do it again. So twisting it away from, so if we were to twist it out this way, it doesn't necessarily lay as nice right here. We want it to kind of go with the updo. So again, twisting it towards it, going around. And pinching and pulling. Then we can kind of go around and utilize this spot. Because if you see the updo, I need some hair right here, because we want to make sure it's cohesive and even throughout. Just continuing with the sewing in method, so we're not stretching the pins. And then I think I'm going to do 2 more sections. So pulling it down, because I don't want it to be too tight against her head, but then continuously spinning, twisting her hair, starting to stretch it out. Push this pin in right there so that's laying nice up against her updo, and then slowly spinning this around. Sewing it in there, but noticing that it's starting to take shape throughout, from on top to the bottom. Pushing that tail up there. All right, one last section. Alright, so twisting it again towards the updo. Starting to pull some pieces, pinch and pull. So we notice the fullness throughout. can start pinning it, pushing it up to the rest of the updo. We'll turn her around so you can see a bit better. Pinch and pull a tiny bit, stretching it out. Kind of just see how I just push it in, try and sew and grab much of the hair, and then pushing it up against the rest of the updo. I have the tail of it in my hand, so I'm going to try and grab most of that. And then you can just kind of play with it. Start to see where this piece we need to push up into it a little bit. Where you can see the bobby pins, just push them in a bit more, stretch it around it. You don't want to be able to see any of the bobby pins. Make sure it up against off her neck so those little baby hairs aren't falling down. Alright, we'll turn her, make sure it's if there's little baby hairs right here. Use our Marula hairspray again. Make it so it frames her face nice. You see fullness throughout. At this point you can pinch and pull where you feel like it's necessary up here, making sure that it's even on both sides. Spin her around. Make sure this side, the same way. Baby hairs. Just utilizing the spray to also give it hold. But quick and easy up style that we can hopefully make it easier for you to do the pinch and pull method, make it full. But have another updo that you don't have to use as much heat with.
Alright guys, this is my last look. It's a really quick and easy pull through braid. It's really trendy right now, and it's really easy to do behind the chair and at home. So all I did was make a few ponytails down her head, and I'm splitting them and wrapping them around the next ponytail. So this ponytail right here, I'm gonna hold, no I'm not. I'm gonna split it and put it around this pony, pull this one up and just pin it so it's out of my way, bring the two pieces together, grab a section underneath, put a pony, including those two pieces, and then when I let this one down, I'm gonna go ahead and stretch this piece and then repeat. Split, pin, and then a pony. So split, pin, pony. I'm going to go ahead and pull those out just a touch, and then do one more split, pull those pieces, and then we have a really cute little textured pull-through braid, easy to replicate anywhere, super easy and efficient. It's nice and secure and snug. So if she's gonna go work out, she's gonna go to work. A lot of people are in the service industry and have to wear their hair up, and this is just a cool, trendy way to get their hair up and out of their face. It also draws a lot of attention, so you can get a lot of referrals by that. And then I'm gonna go in with my Express Dry Stay Strong and just layer it on, fights humidity, and has a super strong hold. So no matter what she does, this little braid is not gonna go anywhere. And that's our look. So today we kind of went over a few tips and tricks on things you can do behind the chair, some smoothing iron curls, a few updos, and some of our favorite products that we like to use. So thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and ManocoBlue, I'm sure will get them answered for you. Thank you again, and have a great day.
See you guys.